So Mr. Beast's tranny friend, he's been caught talking to kids, trying to fuck children. Surprise, surprise. Didn't see that one coming.
Nope, nobody saw this one coming. Welcome back to the JP React channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call it the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants and Satan. Shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers, and part of what truth conquers is anything that tries to violate children. Hot off the presses, one of the big faces of MrBeast's biggest YouTube channel in the world is caught grooming children. Allegedly. It really looks like it. Now, this is the same person who about a year ago was absolutely celebrated. It was a man, Kris Tyson, who left his wife and baby because he wanted to pursue life as a woman. Good luck violating God's will on that. But anyway, he tried, came out as transgender, and this person, who's now apparently a groomer, was celebrated by mainstream media. Check out the CNN headline from over a year ago. MrBeast Kris Tyson says she's so much happier after 6 months of hormone replacement therapy. And Yahoo reported it this way. MrBeast collaborator Kris Tyson comes out as transgender. I can finally be myself. And of course, you get all the virtue signaling hoopla around this in the mainstream media. Brave, amazing, it's just great. Cut to today's headline. This is from the Daily Mail. YouTuber MrBeast's trans co-host Ava Kris Tyson, gave himself the name Ava to try to throw us off the scent trail that he's a man, accused of sending inappropriate messages to child as streaming world is engulfed in another scandal. The allegations are basically grooming behavior because he was sending inappropriate messages to a 13-year-old boy. Boy, that's not appropriate whatsoever. Or the minor actually could have been a girl. It's weird. This write-up refers to the minor as they, like they're multiple people. Boy or girl, doesn't matter. It's a minor. But what does prime woke propaganda media outlet Rolling Stone have to say about this? Here's their warped spin on this, where it really appears as though they're trying to protect a predator. Rolling Stone says, Ava Kris Tyson steps away from all things MrBeast amid transphobic attacks. Rolling Stone, you incompetent bastards. Nobody is attacking this person because they're transphobic. They're attacking this person because they're pedophile phobic. Get it? Now, there's a reason why not many people are surprised this is happening. It's because we know there's a predatory mind virus in the LGBTQ movement. It has nothing to do with being gay. It has to do with being a predator. We know that the good movement of like, hey, gay people are awesome. They're just normal people. It's great. Like, let them be gay. That's great. Let people be free to express themselves how they want to. I support that. But you're not going to have my eyes glazed over and tell me I don't see the predatory mind virus that's unfortunately invading what used to be a good movement, and that is the predatory grooming element. Nobody does a better job of distinguishing between those two things than the account Gays Against Groomers. They're gay people who say the grooming behavior has nothing to do with us, so we're not for the LGBTQ propaganda because they have a lot of embedded grooming celebrations in there. So Gays Against Groomers, they came out here amongst these newfound discoveries about Kris Tyson of MrBeast channel, and they reposted MrBeast's tweet from April of 2023 when he came out like just kind of standing up for his now grooming friend. MrBeast's tweet back then said, yeah, this is getting absurd. Kris isn't my nightmare, he's my effing friend, and things are fine. Turned out not to be fine, MrBeast. All of this transphobia is starting to piss me off. And again, I would dare say it's predator phobia, not transphobia. There's a difference. So because MrBeast was quick to defend this now alleged groomer, here's a parody thumbnail portraying this whole thing as though it's like a MrBeast video. I left my tranny friend alone with children on an island for 30 days. There's person here in the spotlight. It's fun. And wokeness says it well because once upon a time celebrated, you're brave, you're trans, and now you're a groomer, so we'll pretend like none of this ever happened, okay? Amnesty. This person, Kris Tyson, once upon a time, he had a wife and a young baby that he left to pursue being a trans woman. And wokeness, they call it out. Kris Tyson literally abandoned his family to chase after a fetish. Are we shocked at the allegations? Not in the slightest. MrBeast has some explaining to do. I think he does. You know, I doubt MrBeast is guilty. Maybe he is. Maybe he actively tried to cover it up, but we know that he defended this person, stood up for this person, and now we're finding out what this person was actually doing. So I think MrBeast does have some explaining to do. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first I want to tell you something obvious. It's an election year, which means the time has never been more important to be informed, yet the time where they attempt to deceive you has never been more profound. Luckily, ground news is a change maker that brings transparency back to the media, where you can know where your news is coming from, who's funding it, so you can be informed, not deceived. And if you're like me and you don't want to be a sleeping sheep, head on over to ground.news/JP. Let me show you a few things about why I love ground news that makes them completely different. Now, as you know, Biden didn't have the best debate ever. So one of the latest reports on ground news, Biden looks to make the case at the NATO summit that he is still up for the job. You can see the total news sources covering the topic. You can see which of those sources lean left, which lean right, and which are center. And the bias distribution, 53% center. A lot of times it's leaning left, which informs you who is potentially trying to shape the narrative about the subject you're reading about. Then you can see the 44 articles that come up on this topic, which way they lean, left or right or center, and then you can click on those articles and read them on their original source. If you want to be awake but not misled, head on over to ground.news/JP now. And you can hit the link in the description of this video, and when you use my link, you save 40% off the unlimited access Vantage subscription, which is a subscription that I use. And when you use Ground News, you're not only supporting me, you're supporting yourself, and you're supporting the mission of truth, because truth conquers. Now back to the video. Breaking news. Since filming the body of this video, MrBeast has put out a statement about all this on Twitter, which, to be full and comprehensive, I thought I'd share with you right here. MrBeast says, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. Be a shocker if he said differently. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MrBeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. So, based on MrBeast's own words, he's seen enough things with his own eyes to kick Ava/Kris Tyson's his real name off his team. And my true hope is that MrBeast is acting in full earnesty and honesty rather than just saying and doing the right things for the optical perspective to save his own butt. I don't know, but certainly my hope is he's genuine with it all. And like End Wokeness said, are we shocked at the allegations? Not in the slightest. Just like you saw Andrew Tate saying, we'll see more from him in a second at the beginning of this video, like, shocker, who would have saw this coming? A lot of people saw it coming. In fact, yesterday when my videographer Cal showed me the headline of this Kris Tyson, what's come out about him, we're both like, yeah, we're not surprised. That was just our instinct. I'm not surprised. Why weren't we surprised? Because we know there is a very predatory element that's disguised under weaponized morality in the LGBTQ movement, where they run cover for predators. Now, I'm not saying the heart of the movement, like gay people, where it started. I'm not saying they're running cover. I'm saying their movement has been invaded. Just like recently at a legislative hearing in California, there were LGBTQ activists there testifying at the hearing saying these laws that make it a felony for us to do this and that to children, that discriminates against the LGBTQ community, which was them saying like, yeah, this is part of what we do. Now, it's not part of what they all do by any stretch, but their community has been invaded by a woke, degenerate mind virus that puts predators over children that need to be protected. It's almost like they're demonic. And it's almost like there's a demon inside this Kris Tyson person. Tell you what I mean in a second, but first, listen to these words from Jesus in the Bible. Jesus is talking to a man possessed by the devil. "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" The demon-possessed man said, "My name is Legion, for we are many." Now, listen to Kris Tyson in this clip of him with MrBeast and listen to exactly what he says with this Bible verse in mind.
So famous.
Or it is to you.
Or, I mean, in a way it is to me. I am MrBeast. We are like a legion. We are one. We are many.
I am like a legion. We are one. We are many. Well, that at least is pretty coincidental of what an actual demon said in the Bible. And now let's bring it home with one more word from Andrew Tate about all this.
Children, and at the same time, the largest YouTube channel aimed at children in the world. Now, coincidentally, one of them becomes a tranny who tries to f kids, and that's being normalized, and it's all called the Beast, and it's an accident? Call me a conspiracy theorist. Seems pretty fucking obvious to me what they're doing. And I've explained in my previous videos that you don't get to the top unless you sell your soul. And you can sell your soul by being evil or just being ignorant. You can be like this MrBeast kid, and you can just sit there and go, "Oh, I didn't know. My friend just became a tranny, and I just say what they tell me to say, and I don't know," and just play ignorant. But he knows what he's doing. He knows it's wrong.
Something interesting to think about. Let me know in the comments what you think about this issue. Should MrBeast be held accountable? Do you think he was actually guilty of actually protecting someone with grooming behavior that he knew about? I don't know. It's something I'm curious about. These are interesting things to think about. And with that said, he certainly does have the largest YouTube channel aimed at children. And there's no question the Matrix has been behind him. Andrew points out in other parts of this video, YouTube intentionally suppresses people that speak the truth. My channel gets suppressed all the time, and they very intentionally amplify channels that do the bidding that they want done. MrBeast, his videos have been amplified beyond all shadow of a doubt. They promote him, they put him in front of people. There's not one of his videos anymore that gets less than 70 million views. Mostly they go over 100 million views. His channel has over 300 million subscribers. He is being intentionally amplified. And is it possible because there's demonic stuff embedded in MrBeast's channel, and they want that reaching the minds of children all the time, all around the world? I don't know. I'm just here asking questions. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video, but until then, protect your kids.